Good morning, children. Children, good morning. Welcome back to class. Good morning. In the previous class, we completed the lesson with a recap and with a activity. Okay? In the previous class, we ended the lesson with a recap of the story and with a activity, simple activity. Today, we will complete the textual grammar that is there after the lesson. Standard 5, English, Lesson 3, a small step. Explanation part is over, recap is over. Conducted a small activity for you. Activity was about how to make a card, a thank you card or a friendship card. You haven't to buy anything from the market. What is available in the house, it is like best out of waste. Card sheets, old cards, greeting cards, invitation cards, pencil, eraser, sketch pens, lace, beads, thermocol ball, glue, whatever is available in your house. Make use of that and make a beautiful card from your own creativity. Please mute your system. I think and stop talking. Page number 20, textual grammar of lesson number 3. Ali, mute your system. Ali, mute your system. Okay, page number 20. About the text, below that, read and answer. I can hear children talking. Please mute your system, children. Mute your system. Here also. Mute your system, children. You are creating disturbance for all the children. Page number 20. About the text, below that, read and answer. There are 6 sentences, incomplete sentences. Page number 20. Page number 20. Exercise A. Complete these sentences in your own words. In your own words, in the sense you have to think and write. If I tell you, it will become my words, isn't it? If I tell you and you will write down, it will become my words. So, the question says, complete these sentences in your own word. For this exercise, to complete this exercise, you have to read the lesson. You have to read the lesson and then complete the incomplete lines. It is very simple and very easy. So this I leave it to you to complete it for homework. So please write there section A HW in the sense that you have to do it for homework. What is today's date? What is today's date? Yes, children. What is today's date? Today's date you have to write there from where you are starting the textual grammar. Write, write the date we are doing it today so that you remember which day ma'am has done the reading of the lesson or explanation of the lesson or activity and the textual grammar. So write today's date in your textbook with the help of a pencil. And exercise A, complete these sentences in your own words. So you have to read the lesson and complete the simple sentences given. Incomplete sentences are given. You have to complete it using please mute your system. Bhati, Mirjay, please mute your system. You have to write date, I said. I didn't ask you to discuss among yourself. Okay? Exercise B. Now, exercise B. Read these sentences. Read these sentences and answer the questions with reference to context. This I will be sending in the notes for you because many of you make mistakes. Everybody's answer is not same. Everybody's answers are different. Each one is writing their own opinion there. So I want everybody to have the same answer. So when I send you notes, close your camera. Rajukar, Gaurav, close your camera. When I send you notes for this lesson, I will be sending you the exact answer of exercise B, that is, read these sentences, read these sentences and answer the questions with reference to context. That I will send it along with the notes. So exercise A, children will be doing it. Children will be completing the incomplete lines by reading the lesson. Exercise B, read these sentences and answer the questions with reference to context. I will be sending along with the notes. Clear? Clear, children? Children, are you clear with what I said? C part, answer these questions briefly along with the spellings and with the RC, that is reference to context, the notes will be sent to you. Now, page number 21. Go to page number 21. Page number 21. Think and answer. Under that we have word wise. These are proverbs. These are proverbs. Page number 21. Now, what is a proverb? A proverb is a popular saying that carries a general truth or a piece of advice. In this lesson, we have one beautiful proverb. Yesterday itself, I explained to you. In the lesson, in the ending of the lesson, the second last line, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a small step. It is a proverb. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a small step. It is a proverb. When we were coming to school, when we had offline school, when we were coming regular to school, we used to conduct a morning assembly, and in the assembly, every day, particular house, one child was selected to give a thought for the day. What is that? That is a quotation. That is a proverb. It has a lot of meaning in that. So, page number 21, there are meanings and proverbs. We have to match them. So, what is a proverb? A proverb is a popular saying that carries a general truth or a piece of advice. So, page 21, match these proverbs with their meanings. There are many proverbs, like we have two proverbs in this particular lesson. First one is when Niyati's mother says, where there is a will, there is a way. You cannot say it is impossible, I can't do. If you remove the im, it becomes possible. So these are beautiful proverbs. We have to match them with their meanings. Match these proverbs with their meanings. Pay attention, children. Don't interrupt in between. If you have doubt, I will clear it. But when I am telling or talking, don't interrupt. Because when you interrupt, children listen to that wrong word and write wrong. So please don't interrupt. I will give you chance to speak. Okay? Match these proverbs with their meanings. Column A and column B. Column A, we have all the proverbs. Column A, we have all the proverbs. Column B, we have the right meaning for the proverbs. What are we going to do? We are going to match them. We are going to match column A with column B. So the first one, every cloud has a silver lining. The proverb is, every cloud has a silver lining. This is the proverb. Now we have to match with the exact meaning from column B. The exact meaning for this proverb is, under column B, the F option, there is something positive in every bad situation. That is the first one. Every cloud has a silver lining. This is the proverb. Every cloud has a silver lining. The answer or the meaning to this proverb is option F from the B column. There is something positive in every bad situation. Have you marked, children? Second one, don't blow your own trumpet. Second one, the proverb is, don't blow your own trumpet. The meaning to this is option E. Option E under B column, you should not boast about your skills. The proverb is, don't blow your own trumpet. Don't blow your own trumpet. The meaning is option E, you should not boast about your skills. We should not boast about our skills. We should not go on doing advertisement or publicity about our skills. Second one. Third one, an empty vessel makes more noise. This is a proverb. An empty vessel makes more noise. An empty vessel makes more noise. Third one, option D, a person with less knowledge speaks most. A person with less knowledge speaks more. Third one, an empty vessel makes more noise. The answer is option D. A person with less knowledge speaks more. A person with less knowledge speaks most. Not. I told you not to interrupt, no? Fourth one, it's never too late to mend. Fourth one, the proverb is, it's never too late to mend. It's never too late to mend. The meaning to this proverb is option A. Option A, you are never too old to change your ways. The proverb is, it's never too late to mend. The meaning is option A, you are never too old to change your ways. Fifth one, look before you leave. Look before you leave. If you are going to jump somewhere, you have to think, you have to see, and then jump. Simply don't close your eyes and jump. That is the meaning. Look before you leave. So the meaning for this is, before acting, think of the consequences, result. Before, option B it is, before acting, think of the consequences. Consequences in the sense, result. What happens after your reaction? When you react, what is the result? Sixth one, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. The meaning to this is people may differ in opinions on what is beautiful. Each one has got a different opinion. So the meaning is beauty is in the eye of the beholder. For this proverb, the meaning is people may differ in opinions on what is beautiful. Have you completed this exercise, children? Match the following. Have you completed? Children, have you completed? Go to the next page now. Page number Page number 22. Page number 22. Speak well. This is all related with spellings. You recently had the spell bee competition. There were some children who had given their names, and in the first round, few children were selected. So in the second round, when we conducted, we asked them oral spellings. In the first round, we gave spellings in the similar way. In the first round, we gave spellings in the similar way what we are going to do today. And in the second round, first round, some children qualified. In the second round, we gave spellings and they had to answer it orally. So many of them did not take part, whose names were there. Few children attended it. So page number 22, spell well. We have to underline the correct spelling in each brackets. We have to underline the correct spelling in each bracket. Page number 22, underline the correct spellings in bracket. Do you know Sujata's new? There are two words there. It means address, but the spelling error is there. The first one says ADRESS and the second one says ADDRESS. So both are address and address. We have to underline and choose the correct spelling of that word. So the correct spelling here is ADDRESS, address. Circle the word ADDRESS, address. ADDRESS, address. Circle it and put a small tick on top so that you know this is the correct answer. Second one, Mahila. Mahila occasionally visits her aunt. Mahila occasionally visits her aunt. The word occasionally, two places it is given, spelling error is there. The right word is the first one. I will spell it out. OCCASIONALLY, occasionally. OCCASIONALLY, occasionally. Circle the first word occasionally and put a small tick so that you know it is a right word. First one is ADDRESS, address. First one is ADDRESS, address. And the second one is occasionally, OCCASIONALLY, occasionally. Third one, several minor earthquakes have occurred in the last few months. So there are two words, one is right, one is wrong. Occurred. The right word is occurred. 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 Circle the word OCCURRED and put a small tick. Fourth one, Disha's favorite green vegetable is broccoli. Disha's favorite green vegetable is broccoli. Circle the first word broccoli. 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 Disha's favorite green vegetable is broccoli. 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 Fifth one, our teacher asked us to prepare a questionnaire. So both are questionnaire, but there is error in spelling. Our teacher asked us to prepare a questionnaire. So the right word is questionnaire. 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 The second one, questionnaire. Second one, questionnaire. Questionnaire. Children, your voice is getting recorded. Remember that. Sixth one, Shakti was quite embarrassed when he broke a glass at his friend's place. The sixth one, Shakti was quite embarrassed when he broke a glass at his friend's place. So both the word embarrassed, now we have to choose the right word, and the right word is EMBARRASSED. 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 I repeat these words once again, children. Make a note. First one, ADDRESS, address. I'm repeating only the correct word. So check whether if we have written it correctly. First one, ADDRESS, address. Second one, OCCASIONALLY, occasionally. OCCASIONALLY, occasionally. Third one, occurred. OCCURRED, occurred. OCCURRED, occurred. Fourth one, BROCCOLI, broccoli. BROCCOLI, broccoli. Fifth one, questionnaire. QUESTIONNAIRE, questionnaire. QUESTIONNAIRE. And the last one is embarrassed. EMBARRASSED, embarrassed. Now go to page number 23. Page number 23. These are verbs. Subject, verb, agreement. We have already studied this in standard 3 and standard 4. Especially in standard 4, last year we have studied it. These are verbs and there are options given there. There are two options given. You have to choose the right word and complete the fill in the blanks. Before that, page number 23, there is a table given there. When to use page number 23, page number 23, before the exercise there is a table given there, when to use singular verbs, when to use plural verbs and examples. We have to read this. So right there, read this for HW. You have to read this table and understand. You have already learned this in standard 4. Page number 23, exercise A, fill in the blanks with the correct verbs given in brackets. Fill in the blanks with the correct verbs given in brackets. The first one is already done for you. A pride of lions is resting under a tree. So the verb here is is. So there are two words given everywhere, verbs. You have to choose the right verb to fit in the Right sentence. Second one, I dash in the park in the evening. I dash in the park in the evening. I play. It's not plays. I play in the park in the evening. I play in the park in the evening. Third one, the glasses dash broken by him yesterday. The glasses were broken by him yesterday. The glasses were broken by him yesterday. Fourth one, Nina and Rita love ice cream. Nina and Rita love ice cream. It is love or loves? Nina and Rita loves ice cream. Fifth one, 20 kilograms is a lot of weight. Is is. 20 kilograms is a lot of weight. Sixth one, the crowd dash moved away from here. The crowd has. The crowd has moved away from here. Seventh one, the binoculars dash in the cupboard. The binoculars are, A-R-E-R. The binoculars are in the cupboard. Eighth one, only some sugar dash left in the jar. Only some sugar is left in the jar. Is is. Only some sugar is left in the jars. Turn the page number 24. Page number 24. Circle the incorrect verbs in these sentences and write the correct verbs in the blanks. So the first one is already done for you. Okay, first one is already done for you. Circle the incorrect verbs in these sentences and write the correct verbs in the blanks. First one, a lot of oil were used in this dish. A lot of oil were used. So that were is circled there, it means it is incorrect. So instead of were, it will come was. Second one, Veena don't know the answer. Veena don't know the answer. So the word don't is wrong here. You circle don't and write here didn't. Don't. Veena didn't know the answer. Circle don't and write didn't. Third one, a swarm of bees were buzzing around a hive. A swarm of bees, circle the word were. A swarm of bees was buzzing around the hive. Fourth one, Manik and Sudha helps their parents with their housework. Underline, circle, helps, and instead of helps, it should be help. Manik and Sudha help their parents with housework. Fifth one, 10 kilometers are a good distance for a marathon. Circle the word are. Circle the word are. 10 kilometers is a good distance for a marathon. Instead of are, it is is. And the last one, Nitin and Arif goes for a swim every morning. Nitin and Arif goes for a swim every morning. Circle the word goes Instead of goes, it is only go. Nitin and Arif go for a swim every morning. So page number 24, exercise C, use the pairs of subjects and objects to make sentences of your own. This is for your homework, HW. Page number, page number, page number 24, page number 24, exercise C, you completed this for homework. Okay children, it's time up now. The next teacher will be waiting.